with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. We busy being brilliant, breaking down your issues with B. The best of being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
What we talk about, we can talk it out. Latest news, advertisement, what we bark about. Charity, celebrity, what we talk about. Therapy, prosperity, what we talk about. I'm from the nation cap, home of the Nets. We winning on you, Bammers, baby, best believe it. We losing our youth, the black on black violence with straps. Can't depend on politicians, gotta watch our own back. Put the guns down, youngins, life's about funnin'. Hate to see funerals, but love to give money. Shout out to VA and PG, you see us coming, MDDC. Be more what it do, dummy.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. We busy being brilliant, breaking down your issues with B. The best of being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
What we talk about, we can talk it out. Latest news, advertisement, what we bark about. Charity, celebrity, what we talk about. Therapy, prosperity, what we talk about. I'm from the nation cap, home of the Nets. We winning on you, Bammers, baby, best believe it. We losing our youth, the black on black violence with straps. Can't depend on politicians, gotta watch our own back. Put the guns down, youngins, life's about funnin'. Hate to see funerals, but love to give money. Shout out to VA and PG, you see us coming, MDDC. Be more what it do, dummy.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. What is going on, guys? It is Busy with B Mondays. I'm always super excited when it comes to me being able to be in front of you and doing exactly what I love to do. Look, my weekend was great. I'm here. It's the holidays. I'm feeling so festive, so alive and woke. I'm doing this little health cleanse. I'm into smoothies. I got Sharice in the building, guys. She got her partner in crime. We've been talking behind the scenes. We're going to partner up. We're going to be doing some great things together. I got Sharice coming up. We're going to talk mental health and awareness. But before I get in, look at that beautiful sister right there. Been supporting me from almost day one, but whenever I call on her, she shows up for your girl. So I'm grateful to have her in the building today with me. In the meantime, in between time, I got a new segment here, guys, and I'm going to be reporting Busy with B News. Okay, so I got a little, hold on. I'm going to go ahead and transfer over to WLVS. If you watching my Facebook right now, I'm going to transfer to them so you can see the whole studio and my bomb new commercial I created, or my partner created, but you know, my team is behind the scenes. Guys, so I'm going to have a Busy with B News segment that I'm going to cut to right now. Guys, we are back reporting the news. 4 people stabbed during a violent pro-Trump rally. Black Lives Matter DC are condemning vandalism to 2 downtown churches that took place during, hold on y'all, I do need some glasses, that took place during Saturday night's protests, claiming DC police officers physically protected white supremacists as they threatened lives, damaged historic churches, and destroyed and burnt property. DC Mayor announces stimulus relief checks for at least 20,000 unemployed. Okay, let me stick to this is my first time, y'all. What I was saying, thousands of unemployed District of Columbia residents will soon receive $1,200 checks, DC Mayor Mel Bowser announced on Monday. Bowser said the district will be providing one-time stimulus checks to roughly 20,000 unemployed residents currently receiving benefits under the pandemic, okay? Set to expire at the end of the year. Okay, everybody is talking about Ashanti, okay? And Keisha Cole, they saying she faked the coronavirus. She was scared that Keisha was gonna beat her up and all that good stuff. I don't know how y'all feel about that. Did y'all get dressed up for Ashanti? I seen a lot of people on Facebook getting dressed up, ready to go, and it was canceled at the last minute.
A lot of people was disappointed. Man, I think Ashanti probably would have won. So
I mean, it's like really I don't know who to pick, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking since my days are cool without you, I don't know, okay? Yeah, I know, right? So I don't really know how I feel about that, but it will be. I'm sure it's gonna be a makeup day.
yeah, they gotta make that up.
Shout out to the new elected 52nd mayor of Baltimore, Brandon Scott. Okay, doing his thing with the afro. Boom. Okay, so I just wanted to kind of briefly give y'all a news update, Busy with B style. Okay, it's gonna take a little tweaking. I'll get there. When we come back, I'll be joined with Sharice. We're gonna talk a little mental health. And shout out to Pastor D. I hope you're making it to the studio. We are waiting for you. Okay, brief break. When I come back, I'll be joined here with Sharice talking mental health. Guys, and we are back. Still waiting for a shout out to Pastor D to walk in the studio. But I'm so excited. I'm introducing Sharice, and I'm gonna let Sharice introduce the guy to my left, your right. But Sharice, welcome back to the show. I wanted to just bring awareness. We're in the holidays. We're in the holiday season. A lot of things is going on. A lot of depression. A lot of mental health. A lot of gun violence. It's just so much stuff going on. And I know the city is very important to me, but just in the DMV altogether, it's so much stuff going on. COVID, health, everybody. Nobody wants to be more healthy right now. I know what COVID did for me. I put on at least additional 15 more pounds.
Oh man, that quarantine 15.
Yeah.
That's real,
So
real.
we want to talk just about mental health. Introduce that guy to our left.
Yeah, first of all, thank you guys for having me. It's good to be back. I'm grateful to be talking about mental health and everything we're doing with hashtag Refuel DC, which is actually a vision that Tyler had, and then I brought in the DC Healing Tribe. And so we've just been really working in tandem on what does it look like from the male and female perspective, both masculine and feminine energies, which we are as humans, to really build our community, build our capacity. And so, guys, I'm really grateful to be here to talk about what we're doing with Refuel DC, with DC Healing Tribe. Really a comprehensive wellness agenda that we've been working around the clock on. To my left is Tyler Brown.
Okay.
At Get Strong Fitness.
Shout out to Buzy with B for having us on tonight, man, and bringing us into the studio. Look,
Yeah.
I'm a personal trainer. I'm a health and wellness professional, and I've done a lot of work with YMCA National Capital as a wellness director and Run Hope working as an executive director. But really what partnering with Sharice we've been able to do is deliver some community-focused resources with groups like the UPO, partnering to deliver food, produce, hot meals, and also pull people into activities like signing up for the census, for example, right?
okay.
So adding some, civic participation in to some social impact programming. And Sharice and the DC Black Dems and the UPO, shout out to UPO, have been super, super helpful in making that happen. And we'd be able to do it in the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
In a time when need is increased, like you were saying, Busy.
Yes.
And then also with gun violence being so high on the streets, all this is tied into a public health crisis. It takes elected officials, it takes media personalities, it takes health professionals to unite and create a sort of network, right?
Yeah.
So we talk about that in a second, but also the Partners in Care Network and a group called Psychiatric Institute of Washington, all working to see how we all recover from something like this. It hits you a million ways at once.
Right.
Absolutely.
Mental health is definitely in our community. And, in our community, we don't talk about it. Mm-hmm. We don't deal with it. It's just only now that it's becoming to be on the forefront.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And, again, one thing I want to say, because once Sharice get the mic, she gets the mic. One thing I want to say, just to piggyback on
Tyler, yeah, or Ty.
I want to piggyback on him, guys, and let you guys know he will be back. He will be working with me to get rid of some of this.
Shout out. Where's the air horn? Shout out.
We're going to do the full-blown before pick,
Busy with B,
after
fitness
pick,
plan.
all that good stuff.
Get her
I'm
busy
excited.
in the gym, too. She about to be buzzing
excited.
around the gym, busy with B.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm
Yeah.
nervous because I know I have to
She
stick
should be
to it,
nervous. Look.
but-
Yes,
Y'all gonna see a whole different woman.
But you've stuck to the show. You've worked well on this through all the challenges through the pandemic, Busy. So you're gonna have to. Matter of fact, give a round of applause to my sis, Busy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because this is something that you have to stick to it. You have to, commit to your vision and see it through. And one of the things that I've been doing is I had to take a few steps back from social media to really lock in on the public health spaces because it is multi-dimensional and overwhelming, which is the reason why most people aren't doing it, which is the reason why most people aren't going to see the therapist, which is why we have to destigmatize it. And I keep asking myself, how can I show up with all the hats that I wear as my most authentic self, with my flaws, with my insecurities, with all those things that we all carry, to show up to say, you know what, I'm working on this too. Right? Because I think that there's this kind of persona that you're supposed to have as a public figure that is just not real, because there's duality within all of us. And when I find from, Jamie Foxx had a birthday yesterday, I just posted the song Georgia because Georgia election's opening up today. But working with Jamie, he talks about being your most authentic self.
It's nothing
being
like
all
it.
the pieces of you. And I think if we can adopt that into our reality, we can really build people up that they can say, you know what? They're human just like me. Yeah. They went to the gym 3 days a week. I can go to the gym. They started learning how to eat plant-based, which you guys are watching me do.
Oh my gosh. Yes, Sharice.
You know?
So we're going to do like
transition.
Yes.
You guys saw me do that. So I'm working on it.
We're going to do another show in the new year.
Yeah.
Okay, because first of all, I'm gonna be showing off my body as a transition to
Mm-hmm.
my authentic self. You know, I'm not gonna go by this body. I'm gonna work.
Hey,
you know, mine out.
That's a piece of mental health too.
Yeah,
it all is inclusive.
Yeah. But real quick, speaking of mental health, right? And your news report was kind of good because you talked about a lot of what's going on in the city. This is what contributes to the idea behind how people feel and what we say mental health. So look at what we're reading. Like 4 people stabbed during a violent rally. The mayor announces stimulus relief for thousands, but thousands are going to be left out of this stimulus relief too. There's a lot of people that aren't going to get that. And then one of our favorite singers tests positive for this virus that's just chasing all of us around and got everybody tense.
It doesn't matter.
So the whole point is, like, a lot of the content that's out there now in public media and other media is going to make you feel alarmed. It's going to make you feel scared. So doing things like meditation and having your workout plan and eating healthy plant-based foods all help to build up a good feeling on the inside. And there's more details to it, but the whole idea behind health and wellness is you want to do things to counteract a lot of the stuff that makes you feel emotionally down. And that might be how
food is
like, food's a big driver of how you feel. Yeah.
People really don't understand. And guys, one thing I think at first I wasn't sure if I wanted to share this with my audience, but guess what? I want you guys to try to hold me accountable, you know? And so I'm not walking by fear, you know, I'm just spreading the love, but I'm 7 days clean today, guys, of alcohol. So I'm like, I am just full of just that part, you know, and because it's so many things that I'm tapping into now. I love my smoothies. You know, you got to replace that alcohol or you're going to be back drinking it. So, you know, I find myself getting into teas and herbs and smoothies. But this is true self-care and self-love.
You know, one of the things that I was looking at, I know you have to continue with the show because we talked about food, nutrition, what we feed our mind. It all matters to our mental health. And I realized that myself when I had a crash. They say you will crash and burn if you don't take care of yourself, and that's something that happened to me, running hard in the community, responding as if I wore a cape in real life, but not really pouring enough into myself that I needed to be refueled. And that's why I really love Refuel DC. I love the DC Healing Tribe. We talked about this with Community Connoisseurs. We talked about this on other platforms, but it is significant that we create the full wraparound support that's needed. And so as resource partners at District Influencers, you can follow us at District Influencers on all platforms. We're
Get Strong Fitness as well. You know, we're out here working in the community for fitness. B, to speak about the alcohol really quickly, there's a thing about your health and your mental health that comes from not drinking alcohol too. Which, if you don't mind, could I just talk about that right quick? To speak to it, right, your alcohol affects how you feel because it blocks the uptake of something called dopamine in your brain, right? And after you do it for a while, it's kind of thing you got to go to feel good, to get motivated, especially when you have alcoholism running in your like family line or something, right? So like backing that out of your diet gives you a chance to just reabsorb some of that feel good from like your regular hormonal system, your endocrine system, and then things like sugars and other things that occur in food and stuff, right? So helps you just reset and find other stimulus factors. So it's good that you decided to back that out of the diet, you know? That's the healthy choice.
And with our partnership with the Psychiatric Institute of Washington, just so you know, you were able to do that on your own. How many people that are watching and listening in that have not been able to put the bottle down? You know, and that's what recovery and refuel is really all about.
It's really hard.
Meeting people where they are. I love how they say you talk, we listen, and then we help to navigate to where we can point you to resolve some of those underlying conditions.
Right. You just posted the number to the relief line and the helpline on your social media, so you guys can go to Sharice Crawford's social media and at District Influencers to see this helpline that actually helps people recover better. Because what B did a second ago isn't easy for everybody to put down the bottle and say, I'm not going to drink anymore.
It wasn't even easy for me. I mean, it's not an easy thing, but I'm just telling you, I'm a kind of transition the conversation. I'm about to introduce a lady, I want to say a young lady. I met her as Brenda Ford, right? And then you got to put some respect on that name because I later found out she's a pastor. So, and they call her Pastor D, right? And just really, really significant. I met her over a week ago, probably not even quite a week ago, but I met her and she has been influencing my life. You know how some people just come in,
there you go,
and it's just like it's aligned with the universe, with God. And it's just meant. And I met her, I was probably 2 or 3 days clean, and I'm shaking, you know. And if you look at me, you know, even if you drink alcohol every day, you know, and you don't overdrink, but your body's still used to it.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? So I'm really just wanted to take that time because God spoke over me and was like, stop drinking. You know, I wanted to get my power back. So I met her at a significant time, and she was sharing her story, and I'm like, she don't even know how much she helping me. She think I'm helping her.
That's good.
So I'm excited to welcome her to the show. She's going to share her story with us. She lost 2 of her sons to gun violence. She has a rally tomorrow in Virginia. So we're going to be out there. Okay. Doing our thing, and I'm going to have her up next. Do you guys have any closing? Because you guys going to be back, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
We're going to do a
soon.
whole show because Sharice do these energy boost shots. I mean, she do so many great things. And again, as I transition this body, as I transition everything I'm doing, guys, you guys are going to be following me. You guys are going to be holding me accountable.
Yes,
I know
indeed.
this guy is going to be holding me accountable. So they're going to be back. We're not going to be strangers. We're going to partner up. We're going to team up. I'm going to be out there more.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to have y'all back.
Let me just fire some party shots real quick.
Definitely at Crawford at Large on all platforms. That is where we do most of our political actions from, and then really digging a little bit deeper into our community work at District Influencers. And you can hashtag Refuel DC and at District Influencers on all pages as well.
That's right. And I'm over here at Get Strong Fitness online, and check us out for the plant-based recipes. Check us out for the fitness workout routines, and then also just stay tuned in and watch Buzy B's transformation because we're gonna be working with her. And it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Oh, I can't wait. Okay, I gotta keep my,
Yeah, there it is. Oh, watch out, Instagram.
We were in the gym, guys.
I'm like, you wasn't with me when I was shooting in the gym. Guys, when we come back, I'm going to be welcoming Pastor D to the stage. And we're going to just share some stories, share some love. Who knows what will come up and come out? Because when we get to talking, who knows how the show will go. But I'm excited to welcome her to my world swirl. When we come back, Pastor D will be joined with me on the stage. Peace. Guys, we are back. I'm joined here by this beautiful pastor, sister, soul sister, Pastor D.
Hello.
Guys, as we were speaking about before we went to break in mental health, I found this video on YouTube with Taraji. I wanted to kind of share with you guys. I did not want to just let it go, but it's just speaking about mental health, and it's a little brief clip that I just wanted to share with you guys. So here it is right here coming up.
What I find disturbing in our community, 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 the African American community, is that we can talk about a thyroid, we can talk about cancer, breast cancer, AIDS even, but we won't deal with the mental, and that's an issue. I struggle with depression and anxiety. I would have to say I realized it about 2 years ago. I noticed the mood swings. Like, one day I'd be up and the next day I'd be down. Feeling like I don't want to go out in public. Almost agoraphobic. Like, too much to deal with. Feeling really awkward in my skin. Feeling out of sorts, And just down. Like Debbie Downer. Like a dark cloud. And then there would be days where my brain wouldn't stop racing, which I would think of the most worst scenarios in the world, which would heighten my anxiety. And, people were like, you just need to meditate and yoga and things like that. And I would do that, but my brain would still race. For me, there was no shame when I started to recognize it. It was like that I have to get some help because I'm the life of the party. And when I go dark, I go dark. I don't want to leave the house. And my friends started to notice me pulling back. My father, who also had his issues with mental health, was really open about it, about his manic depression. But as I think back, no one else really talked about it. It was hush hush, or he just crazy, or things like that.
Guys, that was just a brief video just to kind of set the tone. I want to just move in to welcome Pastor D to the studio. Again, I told you just some of her story. She lost 2 of her sons to gun violence. And when I heard her story, it just drew me right in, because one of the things that the Buzy Would Be brand, the Buzy Would Be show is passionate about is gun violence and the effect on the community. So welcome to the show. Okay, like I told you guys before, she has a walk coming up tomorrow in Fredericksburg Courthouse. Yes. I'll be out there. It starts at 12 o'clock. And just tell us about yourself. Where you from? Tell us about yourself.
I'm Pastor D at Higher Praise Christian Church in District Heights, Maryland. I am a mother of still wonderful children that are still left behind. And God has blessed me with grandchildren as well and great people in the ministry with me.
Mm-hmm. How long have you been in pastoring?
21 years.
21 years. Okay. Did you always know that was?
Oh no.
Okay.
Not me.
Not you. Not
No
you.
way.
Where you from?
I'm from Landover, Maryland.
Landover, Maryland.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I be like DC. Woo, 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 woo. So Landover, Maryland, and you pastor in a church, and you want to tell us anything about your son and your walk tomorrow?
Yes, we're going to be having a walk in Fredericksburg, Virginia for 2 of my sons that was murdered. One in 2011, one recently in November. By the grace of God, he's been keeping my mind to be able to stand up and still fight for my sons, and not just my sons, for other young men.
Which one is that?
This one is Mark. This
That's
is the one
Mark.
that was recently killed November the 6th.
Have they found his murder?
I'm his mother. You can believe that.
You his mother?
I'm his mother.
Okay.
In other words, I found the killer of both. I made sure that I had investigated. I believe in peace, but I believe in justice. And I believe that the Lord has blessed us with beautiful children, that they will have a life to live. And there's something wrong with the system, that it can get to this far, where we can see our young men dying off like animals versus human beings. And they are human beings. No matter what color they are, they should all be treated the same. And because of my 2 sons, now it's personal. So I believe through prayer and trusting God and faith in God, there's some things that are taking place on this earth, we can resolve it. If we stop turning a deaf ear and saying, if it's not about me, it's not my home, it's not my child, you can't say that. So since this has happened to my sons, I've been doing a study on it, and I'm realizing this demon is no joke. It's hitting children, all ages, elderly, just everybody. And sometimes we'll say, okay, well, I won't get involved because it's not at my house. Well, it came to my house twice. And it's a shame that I had to go out and search and put pressure to make sure that the ones killed my son was captured. I was told by my sister that there are some parents that say, I just want to leave it alone. We have the right to fight for our children, especially when they can't breathe or fight for themselves anymore.
Yeah. So do you feel like if you didn't go out, because a lot of times that we face, if you have an older child that is killed due to gun violence, it's not as important as if the child was 5 or if the child was 1, you know. And a lot of times when I speak to older women who has lost their child, it's just nobody really cares. You know, it's the value of young men's life.
Yes.
It's not always if it was a white man, if it was another race, then it'll have more value. Do you feel that's the case?
Definitely. I truly believe that it is a form of abortion to kill off our young men. That if they kill each other, then we don't have to worry about them. But what we have to realize as blacks, we're killing off doctors and lawyers and scientists, people that are important. We know that sometimes when they're young, they might get into doing different things. Judges, everybody done something in immature stages. But when it comes to a point of not being able to see a person fulfill their life, we don't know what they could have done. For instance, these little different diseases and viruses stuff going around, how do we know one of our black young men or black young women wouldn't have had the method to resolve this issue? So if we go killing them off, because really, not that I'm prejudiced, but when we look at the fact that black people are very highly intelligent.
We really are. And a lot of times I feel like what you don't know is they don't really want us to tap into who we are. They devalue us, but they take everything from us, you know. And when are we going to see the bigger picture, you know? And it's just, the darker you are, the more fearful they are of you. If you're a lighter complexion, then, you know, it's easier to bear a lighter skin black brother or black sister, you know. And I can speak from the darker complexion side of it. It's definitely a difference. And sometimes in our own race, but most of the time, colorism in our own race is an issue. If you darker, you're not cute. If
beautiful,
you get what I'm, you know. So it's just like we really got to find a way to love on each other, love more.
Yes.
So tell us about tomorrow. Tell us about the walk tomorrow. Tell us what are we trying to get accomplished. You're schooling me right now.
Yes. Okay, the walk tomorrow is about, as I said, not just my sons. I have 2 sons left, and I have 14 grandsons. Okay. And I have a lot of nephews. And the fact of the matter is, if I don't get out there and become a voice, which by the grace of God, my voice is respected in a lot of places. And so as I open up my mouth with the power of God, I believe that something could happen. Tomorrow we're going to get out there and march, because I was told that through studying that my son was the 13th one killed. And the young men that killed him have killed others. And because they look at it as, okay, if they kill each other off, it's okay. But we as blacks say Black Lives Matter. But we say that we don't want police to kill us and we don't want nobody else to kill us. But what happens when we kill each other?
What happens when we kill each other?
So when we killing off each other, we shouldn't complain about somebody else killing us. If we don't start at home putting a stop to it, because what we killing could bring our destiny, our dreams, and our vision, because we're the real kings and queens. Let's be real.
And it's just a lot of times people so locked in where they from and they don't even see the bigger picture, you know, because their mind is still just locked in. But we are the kings and queens.
Yes, we are.
And it's the moment you take and see yourself as such. We got to just spread more love. A lot of people living out of fear or dying for the block, or what is really going on in this culture. And there's no more code. It's so many women that have lost their life to gun violence. I mean, the youngest victim most recently, a 1-year-old.
My God.
Another small infant child was in a car with his dad, who was fatally shot and killed, but his baby was in the back. So it's just, It's no more just love on your kids and protect your kids and don't do it. It's no code out here anymore. So tomorrow I'll be out there. I'll be with you. Whatever you need, I'll be right there supporting you. I wanted to, because of COVID, I can't pack the studio like I like, but I have done shows with moms that have lost their sons to gun violence, and those shows are some of the most powerful shows. But just starting support groups and things of that nature so that women can come together and just really truly love on each other. So tomorrow we'll be out there. Tell everyone where we'll be.
We're going to be in Fredericksburg, Virginia, and it's going to be at the courthouse. Princess Anne is the address.
Okay.
And can I say something now?
Yes.
That is so important? And the reason I know I should be at home grieving, but when I have the opportunity to say to other young black men that when they're killing off each other, you might have a beef with one another, but it's the pain and the suffering that you leave behind. And I think that the problem is they're not aware. And sometimes we don't do anything because we're not educated about it. And I just want to share that I was on crack for 16 years. So therefore, the Lord blessed me and brought me out where I became Businesswoman of the Year. So if your mind doesn't change, you don't change, because you might think these guys are loyal, but the minute something go down, the loyalty breaks. And then you locked up in jail, your life is ruined. And you know, majority of them, if you check them out, they're gifted. They're talented. And if we sit back as blacks and keep saying, okay, it ain't my home, we're not doing justice. The Bible said it takes a village to raise them. So if these boys are killing them, I could get mad. But what am I going to do about getting mad? Getting even is not killing them. Getting even is educating them on the fact that when you kill somebody, they don't get to see their children grow up. Their mothers don't get to hug them anymore. The family don't get to have the same thing. We got Thanksgiving and Christmas without two of them. I mean, I can see if they die of a natural cause. They're dying because somebody got a gun in their hand. But let's be smart black folks. Where are these guns coming from? And who's putting it in their hands? So what I'm walking for, they keep calling me. Who is they? Y'all know who I'm talking about. And they want to know, what are you going to talk about? You'll see tomorrow. Because I'm not going to give you enough that you already got to play this game with.
Hello.
So when I get out there, I want to talk to the young black men and young women and tell them there is a future and you were born to do something great with your life. And it is not murder. It is not to kill somebody and then they lock you away and you become somebody's meat. Yeah. You are born to be something great in God. And this is what we got to get. I fought the churches because we're supposed to be preaching the gospel. Yeah. We're supposed to be teaching people how to live a totally different life. You know why I can't sit at home and grieve? I got work to do. If there's 2 sons gone, I got 2 left. By the grace of God, I got to fight for them as I fight for other women that are on crack, getting this free marijuana and all this other stuff going on. We got to stand up and put those guns down against each other. We cannot keep killing off and warring against each other. We have to stop this. If Black Lives Matter, begin at home.
Begin at home. You know what? I was waiting for this Pastor D to come out. I was like, where's she at? Okay. I was waiting for her to show up and show out. I knew once them nerves set in and set down that she was going to preach to us, right? But not only preach to us, come from a place that we can all relate to. And I'm just saying, thank you. You know, thank you. You know, and it's hope out there, sis. No matter where you from, no matter what you've been through. And one thing about this show is motivation, inspiration. So no matter where you start from, look at how you finish, baby.
Yes.
I mean, just saving souls. I'm just saying, and I cannot just, praise the God in you. Not praise you, but the God in you enough. You know what I mean? Because you're rare. You know what I mean? And I see you. The inside of you, not the beautifulness on the outside. And I'm just saying, you are really just awesome. Amen. And, when God take us through things, we might not understand it. Oh, so I say, trust the process even when you don't understand. Yes. That's one of my, I live by it. You know what I mean? So even when I don't understand and I'm alone, most of the times, I'm a loner, really, guys. I know I get up in front of y'all and it is what it is. I come alive when this camera come on. But trust your process even when you don't understand. And I can never speak from a place where I've lost a child. So I've always tried to surround I wanted someone in the studio that can more so relate to that. But even when we don't understand, we have to trust them.
Amen.
And
Amen.
I'm just saying, your strength, your tenacity, and your integrity through it all, it's just the God in you shining through, pushing through. You just gotta keep on chugging. And then guess what? God surrounds you
Yes.
with a crew. You hear me? A spiritual crew. So you're gonna be just fine. And I'm in your life now. And I'm a true, firm believer that God do not put you together with someone. The way he did this, he aligned the stars, okay? So I'm so grateful. I smile a lot. I smile even when I'm in pain. So, I just hope my energy just comes off, okay? We're going to celebrate the life of your sons.
Yes.
We're going to save some lives. And we not going to know. You know what I mean? But we going to, just us alone, just saying, brother, you should fight to live.
Yes.
Not fight to die, because both families lose. They're gonna lose their child, whether it's retaliation, whether somebody else take care of him on the streets, or whether he's spending his life in jail. And it's always we lose. His mother will never hug him again. Either way, I'm saying this goes both ways. Both families lose their brother, their man. So it's just saying, guys, put down the guns. I cannot stress that enough. We are losing too many lives, too many babies, too many of our men, either to gun violence or other things, okay? Say no to drugs, okay? Yes. They make things legal. You got to kind of question why, you know what I mean? Liquor store on every corner. You got to start really just putting stuff in perspective. But tomorrow,
not on their corners.
Not on their corners though. Real smooth. And all you got to do is really, for me, guys, I'm born and raised Southeast Washington. Whoop whoop. All you got to do is really just get out. Just go for a drive. Go for a drive. Take a time out off the street corner. Just take a time out, and I promise you, things are just get in alignment, get in perspective, just ask questions. Go to the source, go to God. Or look, this me. Wherever you put your energy, if you coming from love, okay? Just ask for help. It's so many resources out there. Pastor D's church. Shout out your church.
Yes.
Shout out your church.
Higher Praise Christian Church, 2817 District Heights, Maryland. And 2817 Walter Lane, District Heights, Maryland, where there's a lot of love, a lot of support,
it really
a lot
is.
of unity,
it really
a lot
is.
of wisdom, a lot of faith, and a lot of God.
No, it really is, guys. They took me just as I am, with my braids past my butt, honey. And I was just in there. And honestly, I went up to the altar. I don't know the last time I've been to church. I just want to just say this as I wind down. But they really welcomed me with open arms. And, I shared, I shared with Teresa. She preached yesterday. And I promise you, how when you show up somewhere and God give you a sign that this is where you're supposed to be. So, and so one of my favorite songs is, what was the song yesterday? Hold on, y'all. I can't take a lot of time with this. Dang, what was this? You're calling my name. Yes. So I used to sing this song all the time. My godmother, shout out Sister Lassie, she made me change the words to the song, because she said, all he doing is calling your name, okay? And he keep calling your name. You keep messing up. And she made me rewrite the song to be a happy ending. Like I finally made it home. So I'm just saying that was confirmation to me that I was in the right place. It's one of my favorite songs, and the way she preached and shared her story. Look, I feel at home. I've been going to church since I met her, okay? I met her on Tuesday or Wednesday. I was in church on Friday. I was back in church on Sunday. So since I met her, it's just, I've been in church, and I'm really having a good time. And I'm just going to say it here on the Buzy with B show. When I tell y'all I'm preaching, you better just come. All right, because you are who you around. You really are who you around. So when I tell y'all, I'm doing a sermon.
That's what you call it.
Yeah, you just look, you just gonna have to show up, and more than likely it's gonna be at night. Okay, so it is what it is.
So no excuses.
Yeah, no excuses, right? And we're gonna be selling dinner. Shout out to Tiffany, okay? So you ain't gotta worry if you don't cook dinner that night. We gonna have it all that banana pudding, all that good stuff. So I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I know this is gonna be where I go to worship. I'm excited about growing and glowing with you guys. I'm excited. And one thing about me, I bring everybody with me to church. I be like, you can't be in my crew. You gotta come to church. So guys, I'm excited about everything. I'm closing out the show. Is there anything? Where can people follow you? People want to follow you. Tell them where to follow you on Facebook.
D Forbes.
D Forbes. See, she giving me these short word answers. D Forbes.
I'm doing this for a reason, because at this time I don't want to do a lot of exposure to where they are, the church is, because I'm actually going out on a deep end. I'm going all the way to make sure something happened. And I believe that when God, and you haven't got to know this about me, when God tells me something about somebody or something to do, I stand the course. And I tell you, every story he's given me has been victory.
Amen.
And so I know for a fact he's putting me on this task. And something's going to happen. We're going to educate our young folks, black, white, Philippine, Chinese, I don't care what it is. God loves all colors. But we need to get people to understand you don't have the right to kill. No. And if they killing, they don't know no better. No, we can judge them, but the church is not to judge. We're to help and educate them. That's what we have to do. That's what makes Higher Praise so different. We believe in going over the edge and doing what God called us to do.
I'm excited to go over the edge with Higher Praise. So guys, I am winding down the show. I cannot tell you how super excited I am for next week's show. It is Christmas time on the Buzy with B show. Woo! So if you watch my Friendsgiving show, you know we eat, we drink, I'm not going to cut everybody off from alcohol because I want to do the righteous thing.
We're going to turn wine into water.
Yeah,
how about that?
Okay, but I was about to say we eat, we drink, I'm looking for local artists. I do have a couple of people locked in that's just really awesome, guys. So it's music, drinks, food, and fun. I'm excited. It's Christmas, guys. Yes. It's a giveaway. I'm going to do a raffle and I'm going to do a giveaway, okay? So I'm going to do a raffle for sweatsuits, my spiritual beads, guys. I'm going to start the raffle at, I'm hoping my assistant listening. I'm going to start the raffle at a minimum, I think $5 is good. Mm-hmm. For one of these sweatsuits, I think that's good. Okay, so I'm gonna start the raffle at a minimum $5 to enter the raffle, and I'm just gonna pack in Buzy with B stuff. Everything that I pack in the raffle bag is going to be something that I'm going to give away everything that I put in the bag. One that I'm raffling off, and then one that I'm giving away for free, okay? I'm going to start the raffle tomorrow, okay? I don't know if he has my Cash App up there, but my Cash App, everything is Buzy with B, okay? $ Buzy with B, okay? So, I got all sizes. I got colors. I might even let you pick, okay? So I'm excited, okay? It's Christmas. Right. I'm getting in the Christmas spirit. So the raffle will run all the way until the show next week, okay? So guys, the Buzy with B Cash App is on the screen. Get excited, okay? I got some dope artists coming to the studio next week. I got a hip chef. Look, she just getting out there, okay? She catering. She doing her thing. Shout out to Tiffany. She gonna be on the show next week. I'm ready to eat. I'm ready. It's going to go down. And if you could, you know what I'm looking for? I'm looking for somebody to make me, I love smoothies. I'm addicted to smoothies and I'm addicted to tea. Okay. I really love a tea. So I'm looking for somebody that can just show off a great smoothie. Okay. Spinach, kale, bananas, fruit. Do your thing. Put your little twist on it. Okay. So anyway, next week, Buzy with B show. I will see you guys here ready to party with me. Party with me, a party with me. Oh, can I do that?
Go
hey,
for
look, the pastor in the house. Can I? Hey, party with me, party with me. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. We busy being brilliant, breaking down your issues with B. The best of being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
What we talk about, we can talk it out. Ladies news, advertisement, what we bark about. Charity, celebrity, what we talk about. Therapy, prosperity, what we talk about. I'm from the nation cap, home of the Nets. We winning on you, Bammers, baby, best believe it. We losing our youth, the black on black violence with straps. Can't depend on politicians, gotta watch our own back. Put the guns down, youngins. Life's about funnin'. Hate to see funerals, but love to give money. Shout out to VA and PG. You see us coming, MDDC. Be more what it do, dummy.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free. Getting busy with B, getting busy with me. I'm too busy being beautiful, loving and free.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. She too busy being beautiful, it's busy to be. We busy being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
Getting busy with B, getting busy with B. We busy being brilliant, breaking down your issues with B. The best of being busy, baby, that's the way it should be.
I tune into my station, baby, and get busy with B.
What we talk about, we can talk it out. Ladies news, advertisement, what we bark about. Charity, celebrity, what we talk about. Therapy, prosperity, what we talk about. I'm from the nation cap, home of the Nets. We winning on you, Bammers, baby, best believe it. We losing our youth, the black on black violence with straps. Can't depend on politicians, gotta watch our own back. Put the guns down, youngins. Life's about funnin'. Hate to see funerals, but